Hey, it's me again. How's it going, everybody? Alright, today we're going to be looking at some questions that have... What the heck is that? There we go, that's better. That have brackets on both sides, as well as a fraction in front of the set of brackets. So basically what we're going to do is apply the distributive property to this side and this side first, and then we'll proceed down and get our answer. So there's lots of steps in these questions, but each step on its own is pretty straightforward. You just got to go slow and make sure your work is organized so you don't get lost. Okay, so the first step, we're going to multiply 1/3 by the 2 there, and 1/3 by, this is going to be considered a -1. So what that looks like is we're going to have 2/3 x minus 1/3 equals, and on the other side, we're going to go 1/2 times 3 and 1/2 times 1, and that's going to give us 3/2x plus 1/2, like that. So a quick recap there. So I go 1/3 times 2x. So I don't worry about the x, I just multiply the numbers. 1/3 times 2 is 2/3. Then I chuck the x on there. And then over here I've got 1/3 times this -1 or -1. Just know that you're taking it away still. So anything times 1 is itself. And over here, 1/2 times 3 is 3/2. Chuck the x on there. And then 1/2 times 1 is 1/2. Next thing we're going to do is bring the letters to the left. Okay, so what I mean by that is we're going to bring this 3/2x over to this side. And right here on this side it's positive. So I'm going to subtract it from both sides. So minus 3/2x. And what you do to one side, you got to do to the other. Like so. And then on the right hand side here, the x's are gone. All I have is 1/2 on this side. So 1/2. And then we've got some cleanup on this side. So we're only worried about the things with variables. So this and this. We're not worried about that yet. So let's figure out what 2/3 x minus 3/2x is. So at this point I would use my calculator and just go 2/3 minus 3/2, and you'll find that we get -5/6, and the x still is there, and then we have minus 1/3. So now we're left with just this is a two-step equation. There are some fractions, so it looks a little bit complicated, but just use your fraction button and you'll be fine. Now I brought this x over. So this is all we're going to do with that, leave it alone. But we got to get rid of minus 1/3. So when I want to get rid of something that's being subtracted, I add it to both sides, like so. Again, use your calculator. These are gone. So I'm going to have 1/2 plus 1/3. And that's going to equal 5/6 on the right side, and on the left side, so we've dealt with those, all I have is -5/6x, like so. So one final step to go. I'll just rewrite this. -5/6x equals 5/6. All I have left to do is This is negative 5 over 6 times x. So to cancel multiplication, I'm going to divide both sides by the whole thing. Negative 5 over 6 divide by negative 5 over 6. And you'll find that our answer, again, just use your calculator for this calculation, or sorry, for this one, is going to be x equals negative 1. And that is our answer.